what's up? I'm about to rant in this video. I'm about to lose my mind. I'm about to go crazy. I'm about to vent because I need to let the fucking demons out. So I'm just giving you a warning now. I'm going to be all over the place. Some of it's going to make sense. Some of it's just going to be me venting into the ether, just talking shit. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please remember to subscribe. It'll really help out the channel. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. There'll be another warning at the beginning of the video, so yeah, let's get right into it. Marvel, you are killing me. So this is the new Marvel Compact comic line that they're going to be starting. The title is Spider-Man, A Brand New Day. And it is the answer for the DC Compact Comics line that's going on over at DC. It's also $10. It happens to be the same size as the DC Compact Comics, so we'll just line them up together. They are, hang on, let me get them right. They're the same size. You know, that's great. Great job there, Marvel. The format itself seems pretty cool. Kind of like the Marvel Premiere Collection format seemed pretty cool, although for $15, whatever, maybe, maybe not. I'm about to go on a rant. I don't know how long it's going to be. I'm probably going to talk in circles. I'm going to shit all over Marvel and the fucking comic books that I've been reading lately from Marvel. Here's the thing. My rant comes from the position of a casual comic book reader. I'm trying to get back into comics. I'm trying to find the characters that I really, really like and read really, really good stories about them. The whole problem with that is I am trying to read complete story arcs. It doesn't even have to be a giant run of the character. Not like the Jeff Johns Green Lantern run that I'm reading that's in omnibus format for DC. I don't even need it to be that long. I'm not even trying to talk omnibuses. I'm talking compact comics, which DC Compact Comics have so far, all the titles that I've read, have done a fantastic job of doing that. They've given me complete story arcs that let me know more about the character, that reward me for reading them, that tell a good cohesive story. They give you, they give you a beginning, a middle, and end, and you feel like, wow, I learned more about that character. In fact, I've talked about this in previous videos. The DC Compact comic, All-Star Superman, was my first introduction to Superman through comic book format. I bet you everybody and their fucking uncle could tell you who Superman is just because it's a pop culture reference. But if you want to pick up a comic and learn more about him, DC Compact Comics do a fantastic job of making it accessible for you to learn who the character of Superman is. And that's what this is. Phenomenal. It's 12 issues collected into a compact format that you can read, and you'll get a complete story. Everything is here for you. You'll learn more about the character. You'll see some of the cool powers and fights that he gets into. You'll see some of the relationships that he's tied to, some of his friends, some of his enemies, some of his rogues gallery. It's perfect at doing that. Then you got this. This, I will say, is a step above the Marvel Premiere Collection comics. One, because the price is a bit better, but two, because these are telling, for this particular story at least, for this particular book, is telling a collection of short stories, and each of the short stories has a beginning, middle, and an end, which I can appreciate. But my problem with this is, my major problem is, there is an overarching story that you feel like they are trying to tell in here. In this book, you find out that Spider-Man is back into a world where no one remembers who Spider-Man is or who his secret identity is. They know of Spider-Man, but they don't know who Spider-Man is. But previously, you find out that Peter Parker, his identity is leaked out to the world. I think it was announced by Peter Parker in the Civil War comics that he says, you know, I'm Peter Parker, or I'm Spider-Man, and then there's a deal made to make everyone forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. They'll know that Spider-Man exists, they just won't know his secret identity. I am by no means an authority on comics in any form. Trust me. I am a casual, I am a fan, but I'm not like hardcore. I don't devote a lot of time to it, but my friend, he is a fucking genius when it comes to comic books and comic book stories, and he told me that Brand New Day, Spider-Man, is an event that happens where Peter Parker makes a deal and the world forgets that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Then later that story was retconned and you find out that Mary Jane was the one who makes this deal. And then later again, here recently, I think, in a comic that was published this year, there was a thing that retconned it and said, okay, Peter Parker made a deal with Doctor Strange. And then Doctor Strange made people forget, kind of like you saw in the Spider-Man movies from Marvel, from the MCU. That issue isn't even in this fucking book. Nowhere. It's not in the book. And hey, I can't even truly bitch about that, because on the back and in the buying description on all the websites where it's listed, it tells you clearly all the issues that this collects for the book, and it lets you know everything you're going to get in this book. And if you look on Amazon, they do a fantastic job of listing the stories that you're going to be reading. So, okay. So I won't even really complain, even though I think it's fucking weird that the Brand New Day actual event isn't in there where this deal is made. I don't care what version you give me, put it in there, just for continuity's sake. But the overarching story that's going on is Spider-Man is being framed for murders. They think Spider-Man is a serial killer. At all of these scenes, spider tracers are popping up on these bodies, on these victims, and it's getting linked back to Spider-Man. In all of these short stories, you get like little snippets of that story, but nothing seems to push it forward. There is no like eagerness or urge to resolve that story or even really progress it. They just kind of like sprinkle it through these short stories. I would say that this compact comic is basically just a collection of stories letting you know who Spider-Man the character really is. And if you're looking for a collection of Spider-Man stories, you'll probably love this. But if you're looking for a fucking compact comic that's going to tell a cohesive story about Spider-Man, like 8 to 12 issues, that's going to give you a beginning and middle and end, that's all one cohesive story, like All-Star Superman, brother, you're not getting that with this. They don't even care to try. And there's a story somewhere in here about Flash Thompson. And this was one of the better stories in the whole fucking book. And it's really just talking about his admiration of Spider-Man, how he just keeps going, he never gives up. And all of these stories basically just showcase to you who Spider-Man is as a character, and some of like his greatest attributes and his greatest feats. And that's what this is. It's a collection of stories just hyping you up for the character. In this one, where he's kind of teaming up with the Punisher, it shows that he doesn't want the Punisher to kill anybody because Spider-Man doesn't want to kill anybody. He doesn't like to kill. And he's not going to let the Punisher kill, no matter how dire the situation. It's great. It's great at doing that, at showcasing the morality of Spider-Man. You know, there's good life lessons in these story arcs. But it's just not... I almost think Marvel's trying to sabotage themselves. I don't know. It's like they're fucking betting against themselves. It's like everything you could think that would line up perfectly, and they still just don't manage to stick the landing. What are we doing? Fire them. Fire them. Whoever's in charge of collecting stories into a small, compact edition for new, casual readers, cut them fucking loose. Or put them on something different that doesn't involve collecting a fucking series of stories into just one cohesive arc. I don't get it. I'm losing my mind. I think I'm literally going crazy over this shit. I don't see how they have all the ingredients. Everything just falls into place perfectly, and it's like they almost make it a point to fuck it up, to just ruin themselves. What are we doing? What are we doing, my guys? What are we doing? This is crazy. And I'm even crazier, because I keep buying it. I keep spending my time and money on it. And I have yet to feel truly rewarded. Let me tell you, I have purchased almost all of the Marvel Premiere Collection books that are out to date. The only one that I have not purchased is the Planet Hulk one. And I told myself, look, I'm sure that book's going to be a banger. I am almost positive, but I'm not going to do it. So the Premiere Collection has been so hit or miss for me, and I've got burned on so many of the titles just not being what I thought they were going to be, and I'm not going to do it. So I have read, let's see, Captain America, Civil War, Hawkeye, Black Panther, Daredevil, and Fantastic Four. All right. Out of all those books, Black Panther, Daredevil, Fantastic Four, and Civil War all felt like true, complete story arcs. And Black Panther, I wasn't even real hot on. It was like a 7 out of 10 for me. It wasn't fantastic. A big, great climax, or a big build-up to a climax that just felt so lackluster. It's supposed to be this big climactic battle. I talk about that in another video, so if you want to hear me just talk about that, go check that one out. But again, it's like they do this great build-up, and you are invested, and it's great, but they don't stick the landing. They're not good at closing. They're not closers. Man, they can open. Hell of an opener. But they just have a problem sticking the landing for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know how. But Civil War, Daredevil, and Fantastic Four, I loved it. They were great. So, out of 4 books that I thought had complete stories, 3 of them were great. 1 was meh. And then the other books that I read, Hawkeye was phenomenal. You know what the problem with Hawkeye was? They cut it in the middle of the Hawkeye run, and there's no announcement of a Volume 2 to finish the Hawkeye run with Matt Fraction. That is bonkers to me. Why? What are these books really for? Maybe that's what I'm missing. What are they really for? Are they to push you to buy other formats like the omnibuses or the trade paperbacks? If that's the case, then why even create these fucking things if you can't have a collection of just them that tell complete stories, complete arcs, entire runs? Brother, if you told me today that Brand New Day was going to come out with 3 more volumes, but it would tell the whole story, I'd buy them instantly. I'd buy them all. I would take that day one. You know what? Fantastic. Phenomenal. Same with Hawkeye. If you were to have said when Hawkeye was releasing, it's going to be a 2-part series, and the first book was going to come out, and I would love it if it came out on the same day the second one comes out. Perfect. They both release on the same day. Or if you really wanted to do it, release the first one and then like a month tops later, release the second one. I'd be all over it. I would sing its praises till the cows come home. It would be amazing. It would be perfect. But they don't do that because Marvel's fucking stupid. At least the comic book division is. And I love the Marvel characters. They're some of my favorite fictional characters of all fucking time. I keep buying Dawn of X books, these big thick omnibuses, and man, they're not cheap. I'm investing serious money into this, and time. But my problem is these these formats. They are the perfect format to hook new readers and casual readers and beginners onto your characters and onto some of your greatest stories that you've ever told. This is like Western comics at its finest, and somehow you're fucking it up. Is it just me? Maybe it's me. It's possible. Let me know in the comments. Is it me? Am I just losing my fucking mind? That's a possibility. But tell me, somebody out there must feel the same way though. Surely I'm not the only one. I just don't feel like I got a complete story with this. I feel like I got a collage of Spider-Man stories, and a lot of the stories were great, and I had a fun time reading them. But I don't feel like I made any progress. I just read a bunch of Spider-Man shorts. Okay, cool. But there's no conclusion. There's no satisfying ending. There's no wrap up of a story run in here. All the little story arcs inside of it got conclusions, and bravo to them for that. But am I setting my standards too high? Am I asking for unrealistic expectations? Tell me that. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I need to curb my expectations because... what the fuck? I just read this. I finished it. It was great with the short stories, but it was terrible with one big cohesive story, which is what I'm dying to have as a casual reader. There's no 8 to 12 issue run that you could have picked of Spider-Man, put it in the same format, $10, lock it down, give me a good run, give me a good story for your character where you showcase, who Spider-Man is, some of his cool powers, some of his rogues gallery, some of his team-ups, his heroes. He teams up with Wolverine in this one, which is cool. That's awesome. It's brief, and, Wolverine doesn't really play a huge role in it, but he's in the very first story arc. It's awesome. It's great. And you're thinking, wow, this is cool. You're starting off with a Mayan death god. Surely it's only up from here. Surely I'm fucking dumb. No, it's down. It's down from there. It's actually a roller coaster of bullshit. So maybe I'm being too harsh on it. Maybe I need to probably sleep on it. Maybe I need to just chill and just be grateful for what it is and not what I think it should be. I don't know. Clearly I'm talking in circles at this point, but I told you I was going to do that because that's what I do when I rant and I vent, because I'm just I think I'm more upset at myself for continuing to support Marvel. I don't know what I'm doing, and I feel like I'm wasting me monies. So if you've read this, it just came out recently, June 2nd, came out 2 days ago. If you read this and you enjoyed it, please let me know. And if you did enjoy it, this is no hate or shade to you or anybody else who enjoyed it. I'm truly happy for you for enjoying it. I think that, like I said, it's got its merits. For what it is, as a collection of shorts, it's great. But I'm missing that whole cohesive, bigger storytelling opportunity that I've really just come to expect from reading a fucking comic book. Why can't I get... because I'm not reading single issues, brother. I don't have the money. I don't have the time or the dedication. I'm looking for collected stories. And I don't want to buy 6 or 7, trade paperbacks and get a run. I'm hoping I can collect maybe 3, 4, 5 of these bad boys and get a big ass run. A huge collection of stories about this character that tells a complete story, or a couple of complete stories. Wouldn't that be a novel idea? Just 2 or 3 actual complete big story arcs? What am I doing? What am I even doing? I'm just shouting into a lens at this point. I'm just yelling out into the ether. I don't even know where I get off thinking it's that important But man, does this really fucking grind my gears when I've spent time and money. Mostly it's the time. Because I can get the money back. I can't get the fucking time back that I spent reading these. And don't get me wrong, I enjoyed some of these story arcs. That time felt well spent. But, again, with Marvel, it seems like I have come to another point in the road where I'm feeling very disappointed. Tell me if I'm crazy. Please, tell me. Let me know your feelings. I need to know. I need to know if I'm losing my mind or not. But, yeah, I'm going to stop here. Because as I look at the timer, it's like roughly 20 minutes that I've been doing this. And I'm just repeating myself because I gotta get the fucking demons out. Because I can't believe I've been duped again. Marvel, you're fantastic at taking my money. I don't know how you do it. Maybe it's because I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'm an idiot. I'm a big stupid idiot. And that's my problem. That's probably the real problem with this whole video. You know what? Cut the video. We figured it out. I'm a stupid idiot. But, yeah. Read DC Compact Comics. That's my, that's the takeaway from this. Read DC Compact Comics. You don't like DC? Try again. Try again. Yeah. If you're just a big Marvel fan, stop. Stop until they fix it. Or just tell me I'm a stupid idiot. That's also a possibility, and that's probably the more likely scenario. Yeah, I'm gonna get off here before I actually lose my mind. Thanks for listening to me rant and just ramble and just vent, because sometimes it feels good just to get it out. But if this was informational, informative, even entertaining, even a little bit, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, help this video reach a ton of people. I hope it reaches the people at Marvel. I know that is not gonna happen. That is insanely unlikely. And I don't care. I hope it does. Fuck you, Marvel. You've screwed me. You screwed me again. Just give me a one complete story arc, please. Just one complete story arc. 8 to 12 issues, a solid run that makes me love the character. You've released with your biggest superhero, your most selling superhero, one of your powerhouses. It's Spider-Man. Great job. That was phenomenal. The little arcs inside were phenomenal. An overarching story that never went anywhere. Big shit pile. You guys suck. Fuck you. I'm out. Peace.